How many of you have competed in an organized athletic event or had to perform something in front of an audience? It doesn't matter whether it was in an individual sport like swimming, running, or martial arts, whether you took part in a team sport such as soccer, football, basketball, or if you performed in a play as a part of a chorus or a band, or even delivered a speech. What did you do to prepare for that presentation or for that event? You trained. You probably didn't call it training though, you probably called it practice, and ideally, you practiced your butt off. Training for a triathlon, just like anything else in life, takes a great deal of desire, hard work, and dedication. Triathlons come in many shapes and sizes. There's a triathlon out there for everyone. There's everything from a sprint distance to an Ironman distance and beyond. There are even multi-day ultra triathlons. There's a triathlon out there even for people with disabilities. Growing up in Florida, we've got the basics of a triathlon, which includes swimming, bicycling, and running. Here in Florida, most of us grew up learning how to swim. We also have summer for 9 months out of the year, essentially. So most of us got to play on our bikes a great deal. And as we grew up and came through elementary school, junior high school, and high school, we did a fair amount of running as well. Well, what about people with limitations? There are also para-athletes who perform in para-triathlons as well. So for the swim portion of a triathlon, you need some limited equipment. Number one, you need a place to do it. Number two, you need a bathing suit. You'll also need some goggles, some fins, a kickboard, and a tow buoy. Your swim distances that you can compete in are from a sprint, which is 750 meters, which is just shy of half of a mile. Your Olympic distances is 1.5 kilometers, just shy of 1 mile. Your half Ironman, which is 1.2 miles, and your Ironman, full Ironman distance is 2.4 miles. So where and how do you train? You have the opportunity to train in pools, rivers, and oceans locally. Training in a pool gives you a false sense of confidence. Training in the river can be kind of and training in the ocean can elicit a great panic response in a lot of people. As far as the bike goes, this could arguably be the most expensive piece of this entire puzzle. A lot of people borrow equipment for their very first triathlon, though. You'll need a bike, you'll need bike clothes, and you'll need a helmet to be able to participate. The biking distances for a sprint is 20 kilometers, 12 and a half miles roughly. Your Olympic distances is 40 kilometers, 25 miles. Your half Ironman is 90 kilometers or 56 miles, and your full distance Ironman is 180 kilometers or 112 miles. So where and how do you train on a bike? You have two options. You can either train on an indoor trainer or you can train outside on the road. Indoor trainers can be very expensive, and you're going to need an outside road bike anyways. But the weather doesn't always permit, so a lot of times athletes will vie for both. Running, arguably the least expensive, but can also become very expensive as well. You're going to want comfortable running clothes, and you're going to need a few pairs of running shoes. So your distances here are a sprint is 5 kilometers, which is 3.1 miles. Your Olympics distance is a 10 kilometer or a 6.2 mile distance. Your half Ironman is a 21.1 kilometer run or a 13.1 mile run. And your Ironman, full Ironman distance is 42.2 kilometers or 26.2 miles. These three pieces are done in succession. Para-triathletes do a 750 meter swim. They do a 20 kilometer bike, and they do a 5K run at the end. Some of the accommodations that are made for para-triathletes is that if you're blind, you can have a lead swimmer who can sight for you and can communicate with you audibly. Amputees are able to be assisted in and out of the water. On the bike, for amputees without legs, they do have hand bikes that are available for them, or hand bikes are allowed to be used. For the runs, people who don't have the use of their legs are able to use wheelchairs, and they can be assisted into and out of wheelchairs, just like they can be assisted in and out of water and onto and off of bikes. Chris Nikic in 2020 became the first Down syndrome Ironman at 21 years old. He actually competed in the Florida Ironman and finished 14 minutes shy of the cutoff time and became the first Down syndrome Ironman. He trained with a simple philosophy of doing 1% more every day. So he did a little bit more every day, and this is where he eventually got. So in summary, we have the three components of triathlons. We have the swim, the bike, the run, and we have accommodations for para-triathletes. And you're going to have desire, you're going to have to put in hard work, and you're going to have to put in dedication. You're going to have dedication. And no excuses. In conclusion, I'm reminded of an adage that's how do you eat an entire elephant? The answer is one bite at a time. Chris's idea of 1% more a day training mentally shows us that small steps can lead to big things. You can do anything you want to once you set your mind to it, dedicate yourself to it, and put in the work to make it happen. Excuses don't get results. Thank you.